Hello, everybody. It's Clooney here, and today I want to talk about a little story. It's fucking dumb, and people are gonna laugh at me and be like, "Haha, you had porn viruses." It's like, no, it's not. That's not what I had. But it's a good story for people to learn who do video game stuff on YouTube, and just for anyone in general, because this can happen to anyone. So I got a virus in my computer. I got it on my computer and it was the fucking worst. Now, granted, I was really lucky that I didn't get something way worse, and it seems to be that I've completely gotten rid of it now, so that's nice. However, for a while, my computer was just going to fucking hell and back, and I didn't know why. And after a while, I kind of figured it out and just was like, oh, this is a problem. And, it is notable that viruses can come from anywhere. They can come from emails. They can come from fucking downloading a game, for Christ's sake. There's some games on Steam that actually have viruses on them. And granted, those games get handled pretty fast, but you never know. And then, like, there's Red Shell, which is a type of malware sort of thing, but it's not malware because games distribute it. And it's like, it's weird. Overall, I don't like things like that. I try to keep those things off my computer. However, I strayed a little bit too close to the sun. Now, I wanted to start playing PS2 games on my Twitch channel, which I have suspended now. It's not, I'm not using it for anything anymore. I might do like Twitch stuff later on, but right now I'm just keeping it to YouTube. However, I was trying to do Twitch stuff, and as I was doing that, I was like, man, I really want to play my favorite game of all time, which is Dark Cloud. It's a game that holds a very special place in my heart, and then I also thought, well, I'll also do, other PS2 and PS1 games. So I decided to go onto the internet to find ROMs. Now, it should be noted that my brother showed me this site back in the day, way back in the day, when it still had Nintendo games on it. A site called Cool ROMs. If you don't know what Cool ROMs is, I don't blame you. It's been kind of replaced by MU Paradise, which is better, by the way. Use that instead. Don't use Cool ROMs because that's where all this began. So I go on there and I find all these ROMs. I'm like, oh, cool, yeah, I'll get Digimon World 1 because I wanted to play that. I wanted to try that and see if that was a good game. Um, my opinion is still yet to be fully formed because I played a little bit of it and I just wasn't into it, but maybe I wasn't in the right mindset. But anyway, that's not the point. So I go and I download this ROM from Cool ROMs. Now, first things first, I download this ROM and it doesn't give me the straight ROM file. This is your first warning. If you get anything that's not the file that you're expecting, go into this carefully because you could fuck up your computer. I got a Cool ROMs installer, which was like, okay, what the fuck is this? And so I was like, well, maybe it just like puts the file in a special place for me, or maybe they made it like more user friendly to install like ROMs or whatever. So let's see. So I go and I download this ROM and I handle the installer and I look through it. And first thing first, I noticed that a lot of the bloatware, I think it's called, or like all the things that the installer is recommending me is like really sketchy shit that I've never heard of before. So I was kind of like, okay, this is the game we're playing, huh? And the two things that it was offering me was Chromium, which is the big one, the big fucker who messed with my computer. And I think it was like Web Tuner, not Web Tuner, Web Explorer Plus, which was like a toolbar thing, but it also installed an app on my computer without my permission, and it was fucking dumb. But anyway, I remember explicitly clicking like and making sure that I clicked do not install. Of course, I still got Chromium installed on my computer for some reason, as well as the Web Tuner or the Web Explorer Plus or whatever. And granted, Web Explorer did not start showing up until after I fucked with Chromium, so I don't know. But Chromium got installed, and if you don't know what Chromium is, here's a little history lesson for you. So back in the day, Chrome's in development like stage, like alpha beta stage, was Chromium, which was open source, which means that people can fuck with it and make it do things that you don't want it to do. That's why Chromium is so dangerous. It's like sort of hidden as like, oh, well, I use Chromium can't be that bad. It's sort of hidden as this little like snake in the grass, like, haha, I see you, fucker, I'm gonna snap you in the leg. So yeah, basically, Chromium is a virus. Never download it. It's awful. It's really hard to get rid of too. I went into my files and I deleted it right after I saw that it was installed, and I was like, okay, that's good, I'm done. But I still noticed things were going wrong with my computer. And the main reason why I uninstalled this, by the way, or I didn't uninstall it, which was the wrong thing to do, I deleted the files. So I don't think I completely got rid of it, of course. I went in, I deleted the files, and the reason why I did that was because I would be on my browser, which is Chrome, and my browser would get shot down every time, like about like every 5 minutes, and be X'd out, and Chromium would pop up. So I sort of realized, like, yeah, this is the game we're playing, huh? Okay. And so I did that, and I got rid of Chromium, or so I thought. Fast forward to like 3 weeks later, and I get updates, or not updates. I get notifications, like big pop-up notifications for updates involving Microsoft. And it also included a new version of Chromium with them. I was not stupid. I did not install these. I saw through its very thin facade of bullshit. So I just sort of ignored it, which is not okay. Number one mistake, I didn't restore. Okay, that's what I should have done when I first saw Chromium. Of course, I think I tried to restore, actually, and I didn't have a restore point before I installed Chromium, which really fucking sucked. But yeah, so I tried to do a system restore. It didn't work. I tried deleting it, and it didn't work. And then this came up, and I'm just like, okay, I need to figure out a way to handle this. But I tried looking up ways, and I did a couple things, and then I just ignored it. Because I was like, well, it's not really doing much to my computer from what I can tell. It's slowing it down just a tad. It's not that big of a deal. I'll leave it. Never do that. Never, ever, 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 ever do that. That's fucking awful. If you do that, you're fucking stupid. Don't be me. Don't be fucking stupid. So, time passes. WebTuner comes on, or whatever the fuck it was called. The Web Explorer Plus comes on. And they're like, hey, you know, blah, 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 fucking Chromium. I'm like, no, fuck off, Chromium. So I did that. Time passes, and WebTuner just stops working entirely, and it would crash every time it popped up. So I was like, okay, that's a good sign. That means it's not doing anything to my computer. Chromium is still bebopping around every now and then. It pops up. It was less frequent, though. But I noticed that my computer would freeze more often now. Which, my computer always has had, like, issues sometimes with running games. And if it was too powerful of a game, or, like, if my computer wasn't powerful enough to run the game, it would just freeze completely. Which is normal. That's a normal thing that should happen. So, yeah. But, over time, this computer, just started freezing more and more often. And that's, like, big fucking no-no. That's like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? No. And so I'm like freaking out and having a panic attack because my computer's freezing. But I'm like, whatever, it's probably nothing. Again, something I should not have done. I should have immediately like called up my brother, who by the way showed me the site CoolROMs in the first place. So I wouldn't have gone to there if I hadn't, had my brother show me that site. But whatever. So I basically go around and I'm just like trying to figure out ways to stop the freezing, and I basically couldn't do anything about it. So I just ignored it again until it got really bad. It started going from like one freeze a week, and it would only be if I left my computer alone for a very long time, to a freeze every other day, to a freeze every day, to a freeze every couple of hours. And I'm starting to slowly realize, like, okay, this is a problem. So I call my brother, and he's all like, oh, the fucking system restore, my boy. And I'm like, okay. And I system restore, and that fucked the computer up so hard it's unreal. Like, my computer was freezing like once every couple of hours to once every 5 minutes, which is fucking awful. So there was that. I then decide, okay, well, he said, clean out your computer, maybe it's getting too hot. I did that. It was not getting too hot. It was actually pretty clean for where I live, because I live in a dusty country road. So it's like my computer gets full of dust pretty often. Have to clean it pretty often. But no, it was fine. So then I just was like, I asked him anything else, and he's like, I don't know. Like, I'm not there. I can't fucking help you. Keep in mind, while this is the thing that made me laugh the most about this story, was the fact that I was trying to, like, I'm having a panic attack, by the way, at this point in the story. I'm, like, full on, like, having a meltdown, like, crying, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, because I can't afford another computer, I can't do this, like, what do I do then? And I was having a huge fucking panic attack. So my brother's fucking streaming while I'm having this panic attack, and he's like, dude, I can't help you. Like, come on my stream and, like, tell me what's wrong. I want you to understand the actual implications of it. Now, granted, there's other computers, and I could have used my phone if I really wanted to get on the stream, but that's not the point. The point is, my main method of getting onto his stream was currently shot, and he's just sitting there telling me, well, get on the stream, I'll help you fix it. Smart boy, that one. You know, I love him to death, but fuck if he doesn't have his moments. Anyway, so I basically decide, okay, I'm fucking off with you. I'm done. I'm done talking to you for help. And so I'm, like, just looking up stuff on my phone, trying to figure out. Finally, I just said, fuck it. System reset. So I reset my entire computer, lost everything. Lost a couple of videos that I made too that were going to be uploaded. The main thing that I was having problems with was I couldn't upload any videos because they would freeze my computer if I tried to upload videos, which is crazy to me. So I straight up just reset my computer. And that's why I basically was gone for 3 weeks, because I had to fully reset my computer. Now, there's 3 key points that I want to talk about real quick before I end the video. So here's what I'm going to do. First point is I should have system restored. That's the main thing, is I should have system restored right when I downloaded that thing and things started going a little wonky. And I tried to do that, but I didn't have a restore point before that. So it's kind of like, okay. So number 1 is always make a restore point before you do something big like that and install something that might be a little sketchy, you know? Number 2 is I should have not used that installer, okay? I should have known better. I've never seen something like that ever done on a site before. And I just straight up was like, oh man, that's normal. I'll fucking install that, because why not? Like, I trust it. And I shouldn't have trusted it, because Cool ROMs had recently gotten shot down by Nintendo and was doing all sorts of shady shit. So never install from Cool ROMs is one, but also never install, like, weird shady installers. Okay, that's another thing. And finally, the last thing is, when in doubt, just follow your gut in some things, but never ignore the problem. Never ignore a problem like this, because viruses, they're designed to fuck with your system 100%. And viruses are purely designed to just straight up mess with everything, you know, and just straight up, you know, and like find your data and shit. Never ignore it, because you never know what's going on inside there until it's too late. You know, I had to reset my computer. I could have had way worse happen. I could have had my computer become fucking unstable to the point where I couldn't even boot it up anymore. Never ignore a problem like that, especially tech-wise, just at all. So there's that. Yeah. So with that being said, that's the whole story, and now I'm gonna just do a little bit of an end thing. So yeah, fucking here we go. So if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. You know, I'll be sure to tell more stories like this if you want. But the one of the main things that I do want to bring up right now is the Patreon, which I have one now. Fucking woota toot toot, have one. I'm gonna have a Twitter soon too, so keep an eye out for that in the descriptions. But I have a Patreon now, and the reason why I have a Patreon is, I'll explain more of it in its own video, but basically I have a Patreon set up now for just building up money in case of, I can put it to the side, and then in case something does actually happen with my computer or with a game or something breaks, or if I need to pick something up for repairs or whatever, I can do that. It's basically just to help maintain my equipment rather than, use it to buy frilly, like, dumb things. I will say that I do need to upgrade my computer a little bit pretty soon, because there's a lot of games that I want to play and talk about, but I can't, just because recording them on my computer would be very difficult, and I'd have to get like gameplay footage from somebody else. So yeah, there's that. But overall, if you like the channel, be sure to just subscribe and all that. Like, that's more than enough. But if you really like me and you really want to see me get better, become a patron, because that really helps. I'll talk more about that in this own video. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone. Good night.